bliss. Someone flicks me a back body. Oh, it's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are around the world. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I go by the name of BNG, featuring yours truly, Trey. This is our Boxing Hub. What's good?
All good, cuz. How's it going on your end? How's your week been?
Yeah, can't complain. All good, man. All good. Not too bad. Yours?
Yeah, it's been good. I can't even lie. Obviously, I'm on annual leave at the minute for work, so I've got some time to sort of just catch up with things. And once again, just wanted to give a shout out to iBoxing Hub for providing us with this platform and also for our recent feature. So, guys, if you haven't seen it, we obviously had our first world champion, Natasha Jonas, on the pod, and we also had Prince Patel as well. So those episodes are now available on Spotify if you've not, had the time to watch the videos. So obviously, big up Palamos Music as well. Big up. It's good seeing you again. And cuz, let's get on with the midweek roundup. So start us up.
Well, boy, it appears that AJ and Dylan, the fight is a no-go. So the person that the world would like to see AJ fight Jarrell Baby Miller. It makes sense financially in terms of it will do numbers on DAZN. Because if he fights a nobody, it's like, well, what's the point really? Do you know what I mean? We want to see a dogfight. We want to see he will be a type of person who will sell the fight and bring the dog out of AJ. Do you know what I mean? And look, it's been like over 4 years they were supposed to fight. Remember, he was a replacement. Sorry, Andy Ruiz was a replacement because, obviously my man, had issues, etc. But I think this is the perfect time. I mean, look, AJ coming off 2 losses. In fact, no, furthermore, AJ's got 3 losses on his record, right? Andy Ruiz and Usyk twice. And Baby Miller, technically, is undefeated. So, do you know what I mean? He's a credible opponent. It makes sense. If you can't do Dylan White, make it Miller. There's no point putting Herkovich. What's the point? I mean, yeah, we'll watch it, but think about it. Yeah, what's your thoughts?
100%. No, 100% agree. And before I sort of get to my views, of course, obviously big up Thunder Road, of course. He's obviously saying that intro song sounds like some Afro beats. What track is that? And what are your ethnic backgrounds, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, so we're from Congo, and the music is actually from our family, of course, Tants. So the tune is Another One. So guys, if you ain't listened to that, go watch that. But yeah, my views is let's bring on Big Baby Miller, man. I want to bring Big Baby Miller, to fight AJ. I think it will do numbers at the O2. And look, Palamos Music knows from previous pods, well, you've been calling for Big Baby Miller, Big Baby Miller, Big Baby Miller. And look, we're going to create some noise until hopefully that happens, man. Because I don't want to personally see, Otto Wallen, like, respectfully. I want to see him get in there with someone that you could promote the fight as unfinished business, like, cause you know better than anyone. What's Miller saying in the last press conference? You obviously just posted the video, cause he is motivated to fight this man.
He wants AJ.
He wants him.
Listen, he wants AJ. Look, I understand. Look, Eddie Hearn, in the past, I said he no longer wants to do business with him anymore because of the steroids accusation, etc. But look, he served his ban now, and remember, he's unbeaten. And just think about the money, and the viewers, and it will be a sellout O2 Arena. Do you know what I mean? And not even that. Like, look, to make it even bigger, you could have Dylan vs Parker 2 again on the undercard.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. 100%. Yeah, it's 100%. Look, big up Palamos, man. He's obviously saying that don't think Dylan was ever in his plans, and also he come up with the suggestion of Dylan versus Parker too. And look, cuz I agree. And look, big up Thunder Road as well. He's obviously saying big up brothers. I was born in Ghana, so salute. Now salute to you as well, brother, man. Big up to you. Big up to you. Obviously, I'm loving my jollof rice from Ghana as well. So look, I'm a massive fan of your food. But look, Palamos is obviously mentioning the Ben Eubank is a tainted fight. We're obviously going to get to that. And Bukayo Saka, big up as well, is obviously saying Miller should not get AJ today. Look, a lot of people are going to have their views about Miller, man, but I genuinely think that we want to see it.
He won't get the payday that he was supposed to get in the first fight. That's fact. But you know, Eddie has to pay him something. Do you know what I mean? You know, it could be between 300 to 500 bags. Because just think about it. Just logically think about it. I mean, look, I don't know what's going on in Eddie Hearn's mind yet, but if he doesn't make this fight happen yet, I don't know. I don't know. The views will probably be less than Franklin, what AJ Franklin done before. Do you know what I mean? But if he puts Miller on it, mate, it's going to be serious. I will go to it. You know, so it's no rocket science. Look, AJ has said that he needs to fight August, yeah. So he pretty much needs a warm up before he fights Wilder. Wilder also wants a warm up before he fights AJ. So it just makes sense. Make it happen.
Yeah, and look,
considering that, look,
yeah, obviously Thunder Road has got a good question, cuz, so to cut you off, he's obviously saying, and you could just answer this straight away. How can anyone trust Miller to pass the VADA testing though? And it'll be too much of a big risk for an AJ fight. Cuz, what's your views on that, man?
Look, end of the day, Miller has served his time. Yeah, he was punished. He was banned for, I believe, was it 2 years or 3 years? I'm not too sure. Yeah, and not just that, AJ's a former 2-time world champion. And like, look, if we all want to see the best, you know, we want to see the dog fight in AJ. Like we don't want to see AJ fight anybody. You know, we don't like Miller is a good opponent. If it ain't Miller, then it could be Zhang, but obviously Zhang's tied in with Parker. Otto Wallin, I don't know. I mean, with Otto Wallin, not Parker, sorry, Joe Joyce. Otto Wallin, he's a southpaw, right?
Yeah.
And I know AJ obviously in the past, you know, he struggled with southpaw. So him going with a southpaw, it might be another risk. Do you know what I mean? So I think, I think it should be Miller, and then after Miller, you know, hopefully Wilder, and then after Wilder, obviously everybody wants to see the Fury fight. After the Fury fight happens, then maybe he can run it back with Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Andy Ruiz to be blessed, man, by Fury. He should have blessed the man a long time ago,
but he demanded too much money.
Yeah, I know, man. But it's all part of negotiations, part of the business now, anyway, man. But yeah, look, it's gonna be an interesting one, regardless. Big Baby Miller, I would absolutely love to, you know, get his views about, you know, what's going on, what's his thoughts, and how he feels that he should be involved in, you know, this fight, in this sort of bidding war to fight AJ, I would say. And look, Boxing Hub, Al Heyman's obviously saying, if anyone can get that nasty, spiteful, destructive AJ back, it's Miller, and also wouldn't mind to see the gloves are off. They made a few years ago. It's true. Yeah. It's unfinished business. We've called
apparently
it. Apparently,
Miller won that. He won the rap battle.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah. Yeah, it was light work.
Yeah. Honestly speaking, guys, I mean, look, for the viewers watching, do you think he should fight Miller? If not, who should be his next opponent? Because there's no point putting him in there with, because I remember Eddie Hearn was saying, top 15, what on the rare test. But dude, come on, man. I say this all the time, he's a 2 times former world champion. He can't be fighting anybody. Do you know what I mean? Because the worst thing that could happen here, he fights anybody, and anybody who's hungry, night. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Look,
And I know Delboy,
Wait,
he also said he wants to fight AJ. That's nonsense, man. That's look, them two are boys, and yeah, look, Fury already blessed him with 2 million, so yeah, allow it, yeah, man.
Obviously, Thunder Road is saying White and Bacoli, you know, all Bacoli versus Anthony Joshua. Let's give our Congolese brother, you know, the blessings. Give him the payday.
I've been saying this. A lot of people are saying, "Oh no, it's what was it? What's that saying again? Low rewards, high risk." You know, but remember, it's heavyweight boxing. What do you expect? Think about it. Logically, think about it. It's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. You know, the fact. Me personally, I would like to see Bacoli White or White Parker 2, or Bacoli can even fight challenge Fury.
It's quite look. The heavyweight division is a madness, and we're gonna have a specific pod around the heavyweight division anyway. And anything can happen. Look, Bukayo Saka's saying Dubois, but obviously Dubois is tied in with Usyk. Them two are gonna fight in Poland, so Dubois is gonna get an opportunity. We as fans just want to know what's gonna happen with Fury, what's gonna happen with AJ. Let's get these fights confirmed so that if both men are fighting sort of tune-up fights, then, you know, get the Saudi King of the Ring, you know, tournament sorted, man. Let's run that through. Because we're tired of, you know, waiting for an undisputed champion. Let's get that undisputed championship. Let's get them all in the tournament. And I know it's obviously a lot of money involved, sponsorships, endorsements, etc. But there's a magic number that can make everyone happy, man. So I'm sure the promoters can get together and make something happen, which is for the greater good of boxing for us fans. That's just my obviously personal views about the whole situation. But because obviously we're coming up to sort of the midpoint of the pod, of course. Charlo, we're obviously hearing that he could be next for Canelo. Yeah. What's your initial thoughts, man? And we've got Ra, you know, part of the iBoxing Our family. So big up, he's saying big up, gents. Big up to you as well. Thank you so much for viewing in today. I know you don't like my United top on because you're a Liverpool fan, but it's just as a reminder, we're above you guys. So I just need to just throw that in just in case.
I think it's unfair at the moment because Charlo, last time he fought was what, 2 years ago. Dude, this guy's been inactive, man. It's come on, man. It's a mismatch at the moment. I mean, at least have a few tune-up fights because he's fighting Canelo. He's fighting like, you know, the best in his era. But then again, I don't know. I think it'll be a decent fight because look, I'm just reflecting on Canelo's last fight when he fought what's his name? Joe Ryder. Yes, he won the fight, but he couldn't get the job done, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that, you know, Charlo could do the job. Good chance. Charlo could do the job. But my only concern is that it's been 2 years, man. 2 years. And you're fighting, you know, what is Canelo? Is he what, the pound for pound? Or one of the pound for pound? Hello, you still there? You still there?
I agree with you, cuz, and you know, yeah, I'm here, cuz, man. And look, for me, and look, Raz obviously brought up a good point. He's saying strange. If it's Charlo, PBC usually look after their fighters, cuz it's an interesting one. I think it's a good fight. Yeah, go on.
I think just reflecting on what Ra's saying. Think about it. PBC, I get it. You know, they usually look after their fighter, but at the same time, you know, it's big money because at the moment, DAZN, they're doing numbers. See what I'm saying in terms of fights, and PBC, Canelo fighting Charlo. that's going to be a big pay-per-view fight. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Charlo's ever participated in a pay-per-view fight, has he? He's not a pay-per-view star, is he? No. Just get to him. Yeah, so, you know, it just makes sense. And if they do beat Canelo, I'm surprised there's going to be a rematch clause.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. With how the business is, I think there's going to be a rematch clause. But you already know how I feel about rematch clauses. I just think
Of course.
especially when it's for undisputed, just has to be just one-off, bang, whoever wins. But for me, I was a little bit upset that, you know, Benavidez wasn't considered for that title shot. Like, he's been mandatory now for the WBC for, you know, coming up to 3 years. Like, what's the point nowadays for fighters to be mandatory if they're going to be, you know, in line for a long time? It sort of goes back to the heavyweights as well. Herkovich, you know, even though you can argue the Zhang situation, but he's also been mandatory for the IBF for a long period of time. You know, Dylan White. This is becoming a recurring theme here. So it's a shame that Benavidez can't have this fight, but for Charlo, it's a good opportunity, and I'm guessing this will be at 168, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So that means his brother's moving up to 160, and that leaves, you know, 154. You know, after Spence and Crawford, Spence move up to 154. So, you know, everything's all in line with the stable's vision, I guess.
It'll be interesting because, like, Eddie Hearn has no involvement in this. Because obviously he couldn't make the Bivol fight. I mean, who else has he got on his roster that can fight Canelo? Yeah. So it's a bit of a sticky one. It's unless unless if he bidded for the fight and he had it done on his own, but I can't see that one happening. Heyman, you know, has made it clear, you know, he doesn't want to do business with Eddie. So yeah, it's gonna be on Showtime. I mean PBC. Boy, oh boy, it's crazy because just the other day he wanted to fight Badu Jack for the cruiserweight title. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, that fight ain't happening no more. So if it's Charlo, just let it happen. But I just think it's unfair. It's been 2 years. 2 years. It's just it doesn't make sense. But if he does the job, then I rate him. But again, you know, we all know people who've been inactive for 2 years here. They don't really perform best. They have ring rust.
Yeah, it's true. And obviously, Bukayo Saka's obviously saying here, thank you for getting involved in discussions as well. He's obviously saying Spence hasn't fought in a year. Charlo hasn't fought in 11 months. You know, Jamal hasn't fought in nearly, you know, in 2 years. Who else are the big PBC guys? You know what it is? It's not, for me, I don't blame the fighters too much. Look, Ra's obviously saying Charlo maybe is desperate for money following the divorce. I doubt that's the situation, but he's wanting to fight Charlo. No, Charlo has wanted to fight Canelo for a long time. So that is you know, something that he's been chasing even when he was married, man. But for me, I just think that with the obviously we had Natasha on the previous pod, and she was obviously explaining that sometimes it's not the fighters, it's the negotiations between the promoters, the networks. That also is a hindrance in some of these fights happening. So yeah, Bukayo Saka's obviously asking Crawford versus Canelo, is that possible? Maybe, you know, near future, 2 years, but I doubt Canelo is going to be around for long. But and Bud, Cook, Spence, Charlo, you're dreaming. I'm just
possibly, but
Al Heyman is dreaming about that. You know, Spence is gonna that fight. Yeah. Yes, cuz you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're reading Ra's comment.
Yeah, Ra's
obviously, if Charlo pulls it off, PBC on a strong position, Benavidez, Morel are big dangers. I agree. PBC do have the best rosters, especially for the welterweight division. You saw, Spence, being able to essentially do a strap season, beat Brook, beat, Porter, beating, Ugas, and now he's obviously made, Crawford come over to the PBC network to create this fight. So yes, it's going to be a tremendous fight for all of us to watch, man. But oh, look what Thunder Road is saying, cuz obviously Bukayo Saka has a since Manny fought Danny Garcia does have a fight coming up here. He's fighting at 160 as well. He's moved up. So the real Adams is obviously saying hello. Big up to you, brother. But yeah, cuz, what's your overall views, man? What are you saying?
Just let the fights happen. Let the fights happen. Just let the fights happen.
Yeah, it's all making the fights happen at the end of the day, like you said.
Make it happen.
You still there, cuz?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm agreeing with you. I genuinely feel that these fights need to happen, and look, we can't put too much blame into the fighters for not making these fights happen. I genuinely think that sometimes it's a negotiation issue as well. But Darrell, obviously, big up as well. He's obviously saying that crazy, this Saudi league boys taking the players, taking the fighters. Saudi's taken over, cuz, man. Look, it's tremendous.
Yeah, it's the next Vegas. It's the next big thing in it. Boxing. You got to think of it. The Saudis, they can make the fights happen. It's like, look, we're talking about Joshua and Wilder. Now, this fight was supposed to happen years ago. It's supposed to happen here in the UK. Remember, Wilder was supposed to come fight AJ here at Wembley Arena, but he didn't want to. Wants it to be in America. But now it's going to be neutral ground, and they're both getting paid serious money. So it's worth it. But I'm hearing, I don't know how true it is, Eubank and Conor Ben, it might be happening in Abu Dhabi.
You know what? Before we get into that, I definitely need to get onto what Bukayo Saka is obviously saying. I agree with you completely. I would love to be a fly on the wall in the Derek James's gym as well, because I definitely believe that they've got the strongest camp in boxing. And once Spence wins as well, imagine he's going to have 2 undisputed champions in his camp as well. And obviously saying if Wilder got Derek James, he would beat Fury. Look, Derek James is definitely the man right now, and he's proven it. Like if Spence wins and he can get Adrian to win, then he has to be the best trainer. He would have to be the best.
But at the same time, the pressure's on. He's got what? Spence. He's got AJ. He's got Charlo. He's got what's his name?
Garcia.
Yeah. Wow, the pressure's on. It may sound good, but the pressure is on.
Pressure makes diamonds, man.
Right. But yeah, good point. Usyk and Daniel Dubois, is it happening? Has it even been confirmed? I ain't seen nothing or heard anything.
From my understanding, I think it's pretty much emotion. But our Heyman of iBoxing Hub, you can confirm, with us and the audience, where you think in terms of what's happening with that fight, man. Is that confirmed or not?
My understanding, Dubois, he's in camp at the moment, but I haven't really heard anything. The last thing I heard was that it's taking place in Poland. Yeah. So yeah.
He's going to Lions Den, man. Dubois. Too many top fighters in one gym for me. That's what Bukayo Saka is saying about.
I think it's a good thing. They can all, encourage each other and motivate each other. And when you think about it, they're all champions or former champions, well, apart from Garcia. But yeah, so I think it's all right.
Look, it's confirmed, cuz, man. big up Al Heyman of iBoxing Hub. He's obviously saying it's set for August 26th. So, cuz it looks like it's on. Dubois gonna finally get his title shot. I definitely feel that Usyk is gonna be too skilled for him. In terms of his boxing IQ, his ring generalship, his footwork, his combinations. I think he's just gonna, it's gonna be not as hard as the Chisora fight, I would say. See, the Chisora fight Usyk had, that was a tough fight. It's not going to be as hard as that.
Yeah. Do you know what? Just going back on that, listen, the Chisora Usyk fight, it was a close fight. It was a close fight. I personally think it should have been a draw. I don't think Chisora lost that fight. Don't get me wrong, I know he gassed out towards the end, but just look what he made Usyk run. He made Usyk run.
No, exactly, because
another interesting fight for Chisora. I reckon Chisora should fight Bacoli. That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, that would be a scrap. Yeah, let's have that, man. Let's have that.
Yeah.
We saying 0-2?
Yeah, man. Listen, put them all in 0-2, man. Unless they want to fight 0-2, man. 0-2. Just put them all in 0-2, man. 0-2.
Oh, yes. So obviously Ra's saying that's the talk.
Yeah.
But any official? No, you know what? Nothing has been confirmed. It's all hearsay at the end of the day. So we're also like Cura, waiting for that official statement. But we believe that that's going to be the case. But who knows? There's surprises every day in boxing, man. But look, let's sort of wrap up with the whole Conor Benn and Eubank situation. Cuz, what you saying? Like, what's your thoughts about?
You know what? At this point, I don't even know what's going on. Eubank was supposed to fight Liam Smith. Obviously, Liam Smith, my understanding, he had an injury or he's got an injury, so the fight's been postponed. But now I'm hearing he's in talks with, with Conor Benn. They want to make this fight happen. But this fight ideally should happen here because they're both Brits. On the other hand, in Abu Dhabi, they're making serious money. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, for the boxing fans or for the viewers, they want Conor Benn to clear his name. So, we don't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? So I'm only going by what I see on the interviews. So if the fight takes place, at what weight? Do you know what I mean? I can't see Chris coming back down again. So unless Conor's going up, I don't know. So
Conor's going up to 160, I believe, if this fight was to happen. And what everybody's waiting for really is the statement.
Yeah.
Next few weeks, whether he's gonna, have that suspension or what's gonna happen really, because we don't know. It's all hearsay. No one knows what the situation is, but I do believe that the verbal agreement has been made from both parties, and they just essentially need to just sort out the venue. Preferably, the preference is England, but Conor doesn't have a license to fight in England at the moment. So I agree with Daryl Adams here. I think the August fight should be Smith. That's not Daryl, of course. The Conor Benn fight is always going to be there. You need to get your revenge. Get your revenge. For me personally, if I was the manager of Eubank Jr., who I'm a massive fan of, I'm a massive fan of their family, of course. I would want Eubank Jr. to avenge his loss, and then after his avenge his loss, look, the middleweight division is now open. Like the titles are now there available for these fighters to really make something happen. But it's down to the fighters whether they're motivated to chasing sort of legacy or making the money. Because the Conor Benn fight, we know it's going to be a big payday, man. It's the cash out. But I just think he doesn't need to cash out now, if that sort of makes sense. It's always going to be there.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I think rather than Smith just sitting down and waiting, he's got other options now. Do you know what I mean? You know,
He
he's
could fight
beating
for one.
Eubank. Yeah, he's got other options. So he, in theory, I believe if that fight does happen next, that fight can still happen down the line. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because right about now, as we speak, Smith is on the A side, so he can demand what he wants and where he wants it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. It comes down to to each individual. If Smith wants, if he wants to fight Eubank, then do it. If he doesn't want to, you know what? Yeah, let me fight. I don't know, Triple G or something. Then go for it.
definitely agree. And look what Ra's saying here. And I agree with him completely. He's obviously saying there's a power struggle between Sky, Boxer, and DAZN and Matchroom. They're sabotaging each other's fights. I do agree. And I think there was another comment as well from Darrell, and Darrell saying, "I'm mates with the Smiths. He's fighting Eubank next, no joke, and Ben winner in December." Look, that would be yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah,
I think Frank Smith from Matchroom and Ben Shalom should just fight on Misfits. You know, because they're just going back and forth. Yeah, it's just ridiculous going back and forth, man. So them should fight each other to make it happen on the KSI's undercard when he fights Tommy Fury. But yeah.
yeah. Team Shalom. Obviously, iBoxing Up is saying Team Shalom, and I think there was a comment as well about Darrell, if it's possible, if you can get the Smiths on. You know, if the Smiths can, ever come on, that would be tremendous. And look, he's obviously saying they want the winner of Smith versus Eubank to face Ben on AJ Wilder undercard. Oof, that's looking juicy and sweet.
Do you know what? If the Conor Ben and Eubank fight can't happen next, I reckon Ben should fight Josh Taylor. You calling him out? Well, it's been fair. You calling out everyone really.
Yeah, at one point it was Tank, at another point it was Garcia. It's just, at the end of the day, I think just focus on getting his license back, get the license back, and then, it'll be great.
Yeah.
Obviously made, history in the country. So it just makes sense for him to also do the same as well, man.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
So,
it'll be
interesting.
Yeah. Any news on Okole's rematch? Okole and Billiam Smith. Any news on that?
I haven't heard nothing on that. Billiam Smith right now is probably celebrating still, so naturally, so you know what I mean. So I don't think we're gonna hear anything yet, but so hopefully we'll hear something very, very, very soon, man. But cuz man, obviously we're coming up to the end of the show. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the shows. Of course, let me just run through this last comment with Bakaya Saka. Saka's obviously saying Ben Shalom saying Okole versus Chris Billiam Smith did 1 million unique viewers and 4K at its peak. That's good numbers. It's showing you that UK boxing, the scene is growing and it's creating a bit of noise. And man, big up, man, big up. And Thunder Road is saying hit the thumbs up, people. Look, I agree. Hit the thumbs up, share, like, and also guys as well, that we've made it easier for you guys to sort of have access to our shows as well. It's also on Spotify. So if you can't be bothered to view us on TV, on your phones, whatever, if you're going to work, in your car, just type in iBoxing Hub on Spotify, and you can also listen to the audios, man. And guys, the Natasha Jonas, Miss GB World Champion episode is, I think, it's been one of our best ones, even though we've had some tremendous shows ahead. But guys, tune into that. And look, the Rose saying he'll no Man United, but please. Look, bro, I can't lie to you. It's the team that I love. It is what it is, man. It's one of them ones, man. But you got a channel? What's your channel, Daryl? If you could just put in your channel, it'll be great. And look, our Boxing Hub, our Heyman is already, trying to do some business, in the back end. Let's collab. and let's make something happen, man. But cuz I want to leave that over to you to wrap it up for us.
Just before I wrap up the show, got a guest coming on soon. I don't know when, but soon. You seen him on The Zone, you seen him on TalkSport. Yeah, I ain't gonna say no more. But the title is gonna be Heavyweight Madness. He knows who he is. We all know who he is. The boxing world knows who he is. But I ain't gonna say nothing. He's gonna come on and we're gonna break it down because it's a madness. But listen, we're here every week. Twice a week. On Wednesday 7:30 and Sunday 7:30. Remember to it's not Adam Smith. It's not Adam Smith.
Adam Smith though. I would love to have Adam
Smith. Listen, I miss the energy. Listen, Adam Smith's coming in. I miss the energy, though. I miss the energy. Oh my God, he's good. Oh, what do you think? Listen, man. But listen, remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's very, very important. Like, share, and subscribe. And on a positive note, have a productive week, and we shall see you again on Sunday. Good night. Big up.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a back body. So, it's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah.